The Deep Talk with Mr. Henry.
Hello there once again. Thank you so much for watching Uganda's biggest show on TV. Thank you for making this show your favorite show. Thank you for always making time. Abaturabak YouTube, thank you so much for subscribing and always following the family. My name is Mr. Henry. If you are watching this for the very first time, welcome aboard. And of course, continue giving us your feedback on our different platforms. Today's guest on the Deep Talk is a phenomenal man as Uganda gears up to decide for the next 5 years who is going to be the president of this country. I'm honored today to have a senior presidential advisor who has occupied a couple of positions before. He has been the resident district commissioner for Chegegwa and in Toroko district. That was 2018 to 2022. He served as a chairperson, Bundibujo District Tender Board for 6 years. He's worked as a chairman, Butuku Cattle Marketing Corp. Circle Limited. That is from 1987 to 1996, and so on and so forth. But today, he's the senior presidential advisor when it comes to mobilization, Western Uganda. Several, Mr. Kawamara Meshach.
Yes, please.
We are very honored to have you on the Deep Talk.
Thank you. I'm also happy to be here.
How is life? How is everything? How is the spirit, and how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very well. My spirit is high, especially to be on this TV.
Yes.
And it has always been my pleasure to be on this TV, talk about mobilization, talk about NRM, talk
Yes.
about Museveni,
Yes.
and what I've gone through.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I think let's start from there. Take us back to Revinyonyi village, where the young Kawamara Meshach grows from, and before he becomes the presidential advisor that we see today. What kind of upbringing shaped the man that we see here today?
Yes, that village I've talked about, Revinyonyi, is indeed my home village.
Yes.
That's where I was born from. And it was not Revinyonyi at that time. By the time I was born, villages were not as they are now.
Yes.
Because we were still under Toro Kingdom at that time. So we had Amasaza, or counties, kingdom counties.
Yes.
We had Gomboloras, kingdom Gomboloras. We had Miruka, or parishes, and sub-parishes.
Yeah.
So I was in a sub-parish called Repsengo. And the Gombolora also was called Repsengo. It was a bigger one. These days, of course, they were subdivided.
Yeah.
And so the district was Toro at that time.
Yes.
So the district was called Toro, and it was Toro Kingdom.
Oh yes.
And later on in 1974, when Amin was in government, he subdivided Toro into other districts. We had Kasese in 1974. It was called Rwenzori at that time, then Semliki, which is Bundubujo now. So we belonged to Bundubujo now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our place came under Bundubujo in 1974. We stayed under Bundubujo up to 2010.
Yes.
When we got our own district called Ntoroko.
Ntoroko district.
Yes.
Oh yes.
So the village remained there, although it was little known. But so their upbringing was good. I'm happy that my parents were disciplinarians. They were very good, tough parents. Not like these days when children are held with soft gloves. For us would be caned, they would be tossed left and right,
Yes.
which helped us.
Before now we move forward to you becoming RDC and the different leadership positions you've been in, you attended Nyakasura.
Yes.
If I'm to look at my research, I think that is 1975.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah,
Yes.
1975, and then you go on to pursue public administration. In that time, what dreams did young Kawamara have then?
You see, before I went to Nyakasura, my primary school was Kamhigi Primary School,
Yes.
and it still exists up to now.
That must be an old school.
It's an old school.
Yes.
Kamhigi came from that reverend, that famous reverend called Reverend Kamhigi.
Yes.
So it was named after him. That's where I went for primary school. And for information, at our time, there was no putting on shoes. I remember barefooted. I first put on my shoes in 1970. When I was in primary 5, that's when I first put on my shoe and a trouser. So we'd walk about 4 or 5 kilometers from home.
Yes.
And we are cattle keeping community.
Okay.
I would first milk the cows before I would run to school. I would first milk every morning, then run to school. And I did it well. And I was a clever guy. I would always be the first or the second up to primary 7.
Oh, yes.
And going to Nyakasura at that time, because Nyakasura was among the famous schools in the country. You would hear Nyakasura School, Budo, King's College Budo, Ntare School, and the other schools, the Gayazas.
Yes.
Those are the few schools. So I admired Nyakasura because my father had gone to Nyakasura also.
Oh, yes.
So that's why I went to Nyakasura. But when after my O-level, took over. There was that war, Tanzania war in 1978.
Oh, yeah.
So in 1979, I wouldn't continue to HSC. We went into this speculative business. We used to call it Makendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did that, moving to Congo, coming to Kampala, buying these motorcycles, ride to Congo, did that speculative business at that time. We are still young.
Yeah.
Now in 1980, UPM comes in.
UPM, that is Uganda.
Patriotic Movement.
Yeah, Patriotic Movement.
By Yoweri Museveni, the current president. So I don't know why I elected President Museveni even before I knew him. And I automatically joined the UPM in 1980. And I was elected the chairman of UPM at the age of around 20 or 21 of the chairman for my place, for that county. And Toroko was a county at that time.
Yes.
And Repsenko sub-county, the great, was a big sub-county. Now it has 6 sub-counties.
Then UPM was considered as opposition, or because UPM comes in at a time when
you see, when Amin was overthrown,
yes,
there were a number of caretaking governments. So they decided to go to multi-party politics. It was not opposition. There was UPC, there was DP, there was UPM.
Okay.
So I joined UPM.
Oh, yeah.
With a young 7 at that time. So we mobilized. I mobilized some of my friends and family members, and we joined UPM.
Yes.
And I became the chairperson. Unfortunately, we didn't get a candidate, a parliamentary candidate for UPM, for Bundubujo. We had one constituency. Bundubujo district was one constituency. But we failed to get a parliamentary candidate. So we decided to support the DP candidate at that time.
Then,
yeah.
Do you remember the name?
Yeah, yes, Dr. Sjeunda.
Yes.
He was the DP candidate. We supported him. Though there was a lot of fire, UPC people had the police had this. There were gunshots here and there. But our candidate won, the DP candidate.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was a member of parliament from 1981 up to, it was supposed to be up to 1985 because elections were supposed to take place in 1985. But in 1984, he crossed the floor to join UPC. I think he was convinced, he was in one way or the other compromised. And then
so he backstabbed you.
He did.
Yeah,
but of course, we also we couldn't talk for that time. I remember UPC people were tough.
Yes.
You would find even a chairman of UPC of a sub-county. He would be very tough. Yeah. Not like this chairman in NRM. I've been a chairperson of NRM of a sub-county and up to the district, but you remain a common person. But UPC at that time,
it was a big deal.
He says, you go to jail, you go there. You move out, you do this.
And that's why I want to fast forward now, because the story is long.
Yes.
Your relationship with the president clearly starts far.
Yes, it does.
But he comes with an ideology of the national resistance movement.
Yes.
Is that an ideology you subscribed to before you were completely hands-on with him?
You see, NRM came later.
Yes.
that story of UPM,
Yes.
when we didn't go through, 81, President Museveni goes to the bush now. Now we got disconnected because he was in Luwero. For us, we were there in Bundubujo. We had no connection.
Yes.
Up to 1983, that's when we started hearing that he's there. Because some people were running away from Luwero, from Ngoma, from those areas, coming to our place, especially cattle keepers.
Yes.
Because we also had cattle. So they would come to look for work, to graze our cows.
Yes.
So we got the opportunity to interact with those people and ask about President Museveni. No, he was not the president then.
Yeah.
Would say, is this man still alive? Yeah, he's there. They even took our cows. They are there.
Then he was considered a rebel.
A rebel,
at that
yes.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
A gorilla. They could call them gorillas or guerrilla or whatever. So one time, my brother was listening to BBC, Focus on Africa, in 1983. I have my brother called Christopher. He's now the chairperson of LC3 of Rusengo sub-county.
Yes.
So there was someone interviewing those rebels, the inner rebels in the bush. So he had them singing. Wandugu zetu wanauliza kwamba wazee wetu walienda wapi Chibonge. He came and told me. I had people singing, and they're saying they are NRA. Hey, so these people are still there. That was 83.
Yes, yes.
So our morale started rising that this man is alive. 1984, there was a rally in Fort Portal town. Fort Portal town is our nearest town.
Yes.
We go there for business. We went there for school. So there was this Rwakasisi, was the Minister of Internal Affairs at that time.
Yes.
So he held a rally in Fort Portal and said, you people who are following Museveni, you are following Air, Museveni is sick, they are pushing him on a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
They moved now, they are taking him to Congo. When they had these other people are moving towards the Rwenzoris.
Yes.
So they thought they were running away from the country going to Congo. When they were opening up another branch. So for us, we got scared. This man is running away. What are we going to do? Luckily enough, they were in the mountains. In 1985, to be brief, they took over the Rwenzoris. Bundubujo was liberated. In fact, Bundubujo was the first district to be liberated in Western Uganda. Yes. And then those NRA rebels came to Repsengo, where I come from. And they elected a committee, a caretaker committee.
Yes.
And I was elected Secretary for Defense.
Then
for the whole sub-county, we had a chairman, a vice chairperson, a secretary for Defense, and the secretary for Information. Oh, yes. So I was in that committee. Then we started the RCs.
Yes.
For the NRM, before the LOC came in, we had the RCs. So I was part of that from 1985. Yes. Then when I was the Secretary for Defense, I started now recruiting. There were some boys who were in the bush whom I had studied with at Nyakasura. Yes. Whom I knew that were in the bush. So I would recruit some young boys, write to him. I sent them, put them on taxis along Kasese Road.
So you had contacts to the rebel then?
Then, yes, in the bush.
President Museveni.
But Museveni remained this side.
Yes,
there was Fred Rujema there, the Jim Wezis, the Chef Wallis, some other guys I knew. Oh, yeah. Good enough, Chef Wali, late Chef Wali had started with my brothers at Mbara High. Oh. So when they came out, after Bundubujo, they came to Repsengo, I happened to meet them. Then we opened up the relationship, started recruiting. Yes. Yeah, that was 1985 with that RC. So I moved on with the RC system. Okay. We started electing RCs, committees, creating RCs, villages. Yes. At that time, there were big villages, not like now. Of course, now they have been subdivided. So I was very active in creating these villages in the greater Repsengo sub-county. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So mobilization has not just started now.
It hasn't. I've been mobilizing since I was 20 years old.
Oh, yes. My next question would be because being a presidential advisor, you require a close relationship to the president. Yes. How close would you say you've been with him, even before the appointment of this position?
You see, as I've told you, I was the chairperson in NRM.
Yes.
Even before NRM, when political parties were allowed in 2005 in that constitution, before that we had the movement system.
Yes.
I was also the chairperson of movement for Websengo Sub-County the Great and the vice chairperson for Bundubujo district.
Yes.
So when the political parties were allowed in 2005 and we had the National Resistance Movement as an organization, I was also still the chairperson of NRM from 2005 to 2010. 2010, Ntoroko district was created.
Yes.
I was again the chairperson of NRM of Ntoroko district. So those are some of the areas which made me come close to the president.
Yes.
In fact, the first time to meet the president was in 1987. After the takeover, he came to Fort Portal.
This is even before 1989?
Yes.
1987.
1987, we had a meeting in Fort Portal.
Yes.
Because in 1980, he came to Fort Portal campaigning. I was there at Mountains of the Moon. We had a dance. But of course, I couldn't come close to him. I was still young.
Yes,
but I just saw him there, young, 7 or so. But 1987, when he came to meet the leaders,
yes,
I was among the leaders to meet Fort Portal.
Oh, yeah.
We had the district administrator there. At that time, he was called Captain Kato. He died later. There was a late Ndayondi. He was in intelligence. So we had a meeting. That's when I started meeting him.
Oh, yeah.
Then in 1995, when he started campaigning for the 1996 elections, I was the chairperson of the task force for the Greater Websengo and the vice chairperson for Bundubujo.
Yes. So you've been the president's man for a while
from the beginning.
Now let's talk about some hard questions. When we look at the population of this country now, it is comprised majorly of young people.
Yes.
We are the youngest population. The biggest percentage of the population is young. And the government has become unpopular in young people for various reasons we can't break down now. How are you going to convince the Gen Zs we see today, the young people, to vote for a regime that has recently come out to be unpopular amongst them?
I don't believe that statement that the government is unpopular among the young people. It's an assumption. I know there's a section of the youth who hate the government for some reasons, which I can even explain. But then before that, let me tell you, why do we have a big percentage of our population being the youth? People are forgetting that. Why do we have that percentage being very big? It has not happened by accident. It has not happened by chance. It has happened because the government under President Museveni had put emphasis on making sure that the youth survive right from birth. When we were still young, around in fact, during the 80s up to around in the 80s, babies would die like chicks.
Yeah.
Because of these, at that time, there were
the six killer diseases,
especially measles, diarrhea, and vomiting, cholera.
Yeah.
Small kids would die. I remember that member of parliament I told you about, Dr. Cheunda, he was a medical doctor and a member of parliament.
Yeah.
Now, when he crossed in 1984 and came to our place, he came to campaign. Then one of our elders, who happens to be my father-in-law, rose up and asked him, "You man, you're coming to look for votes. Will the graves come up? Those people in the graves, will they come and vote for you?
Yes.
Our people have been dying because of cholera. Instead of coming talk about either vaccination or talking about treatment, you're here coming to look for votes."
Yes.
So our people used to die. My point is, our people used to die. Babies, young babies under 5 years would die because of malaria, because of this, the 6 killer diseases. But now, when President Museveni came, that was his first mission, immunization. These babies were immunized. The diseases which used to kill them could no longer kill them. Now we have the youth. Now they are forgetting that they are there, they are alive, they are strong because of that. Treatment. They get this immunization is free of charge.
Hypothetically speaking, if it wasn't President Museveni then and now, another leader in power would not have made immunization possible.
Because we had leaders. Cholera was there. This disease I'm talking about when we had leaders.
Yes.
So I can't imagine that another leader would have done better than Museveni. because we had leaders before him, and our people were dying when we had leaders.
Okay.
When I talk about 82, 83, 84, we had a president in the country.
Yes.
But people were dying. So I can't just imagine and think if it was another leader.
Yes.
That's one. Two,
Yep.
then President Museveni introduced the free education. These youth you're talking about know how to write and read.
They've been enlightened because of the education.
That's why they can talk. That's why they are on social media. That's why they know even to operate these phones. Some of them better than us because they are more enlightened. They have gone to school. Even when you have no money, you can go to school. They are forgetting that also. Three, some of them are just misled and misinformed. Because I've met some of them. I've talked to some of them. When you talk to them, they understand.
Yes.
You have seen in Kampala here, when this mobilization started, the youth now are coming up. Instead of going on the streets to throw stories to burn tires, they are now going to skilling centers, industrial hubs. They're not doing, you can see, carpentry, this, that. So the youth are not a problem.
Yeah.
They just need to come close to them, to talk to them, and when they get to know, they come up and work.
Because you see in English, there's a saying that goes that if you don't change, then change will change you.
That's true.
The Gen Zs, the youth that we see today, subscribe to a different mentality. They have a different way. They look at things and believe in them. As a mobilizer, how easy is it for you to communicate to them, convince them, and make them understand the NRM ideology and see things the way you see them?
You see, I've started doing that and it has worked. For example, immediately I was appointed as senior presidential advisor. I started in that region, in the Midwestern region. And I came across some people from Kasese. Someone was the chairperson of NOP for the district. He had contested for LOC 5, yes. Kasese district. His name is Wambale Moses. So I met him. We formed a group of NRM Changed Youth, and it has worked. NRM Changed Youth. You can see now. They were in opposition, most of them NOP and FDC members. They formed that group, and I'm their patron. So we have been moving around the region. We have not finished the whole region, the Midwestern. But then during the recent President Museveni's PDM tour, we brought some youth who crossed. In Kasese were there, in Bundubujo were there, in Chegego were there, in Fort Portal were there. So the youth, when they understand, they come up. Because as I said, so I already have a team now of the youth, their leaders, who can easily talk to their colleagues that, my friends, you come. We have gone astray. And
that's where the question is. When they are telling them, my friends, you come, what is influencing them to come?
Information. Nothing. Some people think, and other people come expecting money. But there's no money. Because you can't give money. Where would you get the money from?
Yes.
Some of them expect money. But when they get to know the NRM ideology, our mission as NRM, they understand, they join. Freely.
Yes.
Yes. What we just give them, or what we have been giving them, are T-shirts.
Just
at functions.
Yes.
We just dress them. But there's no money given. There's no any influence. No, just information.
When you're saying,
and in fact, even up to now, they are calling us. They are calling me in the Chenjojo, in where they are saying, you come.
When you say the NRM ideology, there's a young man out there watching. There's someone watching us, and they're wondering, what is that ideology? We're still with the senior presidential advisor, Kawamara Mishak, when it comes to issues of mobilization in Western Uganda. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to speak NRM ideology. You never know who is watching. You might be mobilized by the senior presidential advisor. After the break, my name is Mr. Henry. This is the Deep Talk to Vow.
The Deep Talk with Mr. Henry.